Hey buddy, it is Thursday, just got off work, and you know what that means. We're heading to Savers. We are going to go with the Homer Simpson shoes today. Alright, here we have a pair of Nike Blazers. Don't pick those up. As you can see, there's some writing on the shoes. Saw these Adidas high tops. It wasn't really worth it. Next here, I find these Nike Vomero 14s. They're not worth a whole lot, maybe like 20 to 30. But unfortunately, there was actually a tear in the toe box, so I still put them back. Plus they were pricing it at like $18.99 as well. I do find these Air Max 270s though. These actually turned out to be women's. They were in the men's section, but they were size 11 in women's. I'll show you guys comps later on in the video. But these were actually in pretty good shape. Just a little dirty, no major rips or tears. The bubbles were actually in good shape as well. Not flat. That's the main thing you want to look for when you look at the Air Maxes. And as you can see here, $18.99. I just bought these Homer Simpson shoes. They were kind of cool, a little dirty and everything, plus they were size 13. Decided to put those back. Those kind of go for, I think, like 15 bucks maybe, pre-owned condition. Some of these other shoes, some no-namers. These were like a fake pair of Hey Dudes. They were, I think they were a different brand, can't remember exactly. Looking at the dress shoes here, didn't see a whole lot. And then I move over to electronics, just kind of going through my process when I go into Savers. As you can see here, I'm looking at the keyboards. You know me, I love picking up keyboards. Nothing good to pick up that time, but still looking around, seeing if there's anything good. If you guys see anything in the footage, let me know in the comments down below. If there's something that you would have picked up that I might have missed, that would be great. Always learning to see what I can grab. I do spot this bat here. It is a Miken Psycho bat, I think it's called. It is composite, so you want to test it out and tap it. That's how I usually determine it, and then I did look it up later on as well. Goes for probably about $65, maybe $70 on that. Nothing in the golf clubs, but I do go into the office section now and pick up this dual case. Priced at I think it was $3.99, and I've bought this before in the past. They do sell pretty consistently for about $20 to $25, as long as it's in good shape. This one was just fine. There's a little bit of dirt on the inside, but it should be able to be cleaned up pretty easily. But yeah, overall shape not too bad at all on this. Nice little laptop case. I think it was for a 13-inch or a 14-inch laptop. So I do end up putting that into my cart. Look at this Pokemon tin container and nothing in there. Unfortunately, no cards or anything like that. I do spot this calculator though. It is a TI-83 Plus, not a TI-84. Unfortunately, priced at $7.99. As you can see here, it is working. Walking over to the plastic cups area, I like to look at these Starbucks cups. Didn't really look them up a lot, plus they didn't have the straw. Some of these can do pretty decently. This was priced, I think, at $3 or $4. But decided to pass on it anyways. Didn't see any comps, any exact comps on those. But if you guys do find some Starbucks cups, they can do pretty good. If you find the right style, they can actually go for like 40 to 50 sometimes. Looking at pots and pans, don't usually normally look at pots and pans, but if you can find some good brand ones, if you can find Salad Master, Magnolite, some of those can fetch in some pretty good money. Moving along to the toy section, didn't really see a whole lot here. Looked at this thing here, looked like it was a Harry Potter, some sort of board game. Ended up just putting it back. I don't even think I looked it up, to be honest. Probably not worth a whole lot. Priced at $6. Didn't want to deal with counting the pieces, making sure everything's there. That's the thing with board games, you want to make sure that all the pieces are there. Then going along to the plush area, didn't see a whole lot as well. I don't think I did. I don't think I picked up anything. I just saw this cool, like, dinosaur that was like huge and giant. Seemed like it was a vintage one, but I don't think it was worth all that much. Maybe like $10 to $15, I think, on that is when I looked it up. But I just thought it was cool. Moving along to some other section of the toys. Didn't really see a whole lot. Saw this little guy and didn't know exactly what it was. Put it back. And then find this spear here. It's pretty long. It was only worth like I think 10 to 15, and ended up passing on it. I think it's from Moana, the movie, so didn't want to deal with that. Alright, found these 16, 20 Women Hugo 30 each. Check the zipper. I think I go for like 35, 40. $25 off. $8. Oh, snake here, but these are wrong pants. Well, it's pretty good. Shares no holes. Pockets. Zipper's good. I think these go for about 30, 35 as well. Alright everybody, we just left the Savers. I'm gonna go head over to a Goodwill now. I spent $46 on everything that you guys saw. I'll go everything more in depth once I get home, but yeah, let's head up to Goodwill. Goodwill. Alright, walking into Goodwill now, and there's no basket. I usually just grab a basket when I go into Goodwill, not a cart. But first things first, going through the women's boots area. I didn't really do a whole lot of digging into the women's boots. Then I moved over to the women's athletic shoes, and I don't think I really found a whole lot here. It's been like the same stuff over and over again. I've come to this Goodwill a few times in the past month or so, and it seems like it's like the same shoes, so I don't know what's going on with that. They haven't restocked or anything. I looked at these soccer shoes. Some of the soccer shoes can do pretty decently. These seem like it was a pretty small size, and I think there was a little tear on the back, so I decided to put those back. Went over to the men's shoes, looked at these cowboy boots. They looked to be okay. Some of the stitching was actually coming off, but unfortunately I didn't really know what the brand was, and I think it was priced at $13, so I put those back. Looked at the Kohans. I usually look up the Kohans here. This one was okay. I decided to put those back anyways, though. I think there was not enough tread left on the bottom, so decided to pass. Usually I'll pick them up if it's in good shape. Then going through some of the other dress shoes here, didn't see a whole lot. Then I find these Nikes. Unfortunately, there was no comps on that, just a few listings. $30 to $35. And then I spot these Allen Edmonds. Pretty good shoe there, actually. This one was the McTavish style. Never heard of this one before, but I thought it was a really cool shoe. It was big size 12, so unfortunately it didn't fit me. Otherwise, I might have kept that for myself. But overall, pretty good condition. The laces were a little rough, but the shoe itself was pretty good in shape. Looking at some of the other shoes, didn't see a whole lot. Again, I'm just kind of going through the process with you guys on what I look at. I don't pick up everything, of course, but you guys have a better idea of how I go thrifting and resell. Looked at these LeBron James shoes. They were a size, I think, 15, and they were just kind of dirty. Didn't want to deal with that. Then I found these Air Force Ones. These were like kid shoes, so they're kind of small. Decided to pass on those two. Air Force Ones can be kind of flooded on eBay. Looked at some other shoes, but then spotted these San Antonio Shoe Company. These actually do pretty decently if you find these sneakers by SAS. It's a great walking shoe, so a lot of people will buy these. And yeah, I've sold a similar pair in gray before for about 50 to 60. So I'm probably expecting to get the same thing. Do find these Air Max 270 Reacts. Unfortunately, the bubble was shot on those, so I passed. Then I found this other pair of LeBrons. It was kind of a smaller size. LeBrons don't really sell a whole lot, so ended up passing on those. Did see these Jordans. Unfortunately, they were kids Jordans, and there was just too much heel wear for me to pick up. Moving along to electronics. I don't think I saw a whole lot in electronics here. Similar to the women's shoes section, it's been like the same for a few weeks now. So I don't know what's going on. Same thing with the golf clubs. They're just loaded with crap golf clubs here. But I did find some other irons in the past, some individual irons in the past. So gotta look at it anyways. Sometimes they might replace some of the clubs. But unfortunately, this go round did not find anything there. Plush, got overwhelmed with plush. It was just spilling out on the floor, so I just left that area. Moving along to kitchenware, didn't see a whole lot there. Looked at the backpacks. Sometimes some of the bags can do pretty decently, so I do look around in the backpack area. Fortunately, nothing in particular was good. Same thing with the tools area, did not find anything. Saw that Craftsman, but it was kind of like an older model. Wasn't really worth a whole lot. And just checked out.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good.
$23.98.
Thank you. Have a good one. Not a whole lot of Goodwill, but picked up those two shoes. I think those should be pretty nice, especially the Allen Edmonds. Probably looking at about 60, maybe 50 to 60 on those. And then the San Antonio shoes, those usually sell for about 45 to 50. I've sold them before, so I'm not too worried about picking those up, especially when those were only, I think it was $11 for those. So yeah, not too bad, but that's gonna be it for today's haul. Let's head home. Starting things off with savers here. Spent a total of $46.05 here. I'm gonna start things off. First item was this right here, the TI-83 Plus calculator. Paid $8 for this. It does work, actually. There's still batteries in here. It does power on, or it did power on. It was on when I was there. Maybe the battery just ran out. It literally was on. You guys saw in the footage. Maybe the battery just died on it. Everything was 25% off today, so $7.99. These came down to $5.74 plus tax. This is tax, so not too bad for $5.74. It still goes for roughly about $20. So nothing too crazy like the TI-84 Silver Edition, but TI-83 Plus still sells. You can get it for cheap. Should be a quick $20 right there. Moving along to the shoes, we got a pair of Air Max 270s. priced at $18.99, came down to $13.63. These still consistently sell for about $45, maybe $50. But the main thing with these is that you want to make sure that there's no rips or tears on the uppers. All this dirt on the bottom can clean up pretty nicely, I think. Plus it's all black, triple black. And also with these, you want to make sure that the bubbles are not flat. Usually I will pass if they are flat. Decent color to look out for. It still sells for roughly about $45 to $50. Moving along to the pants here. These are a pair of Roan pants. Decent brand to look out for, actually. Here's the brand. It's actually on the inside, so you kind of have to look for it. Size 35 waist, and these are priced at $8 only. Down to $5.74 again. This one is not taxed for clothing items. These have been selling for roughly about $30, maybe $35 on these, so should be a nice flip there. And then right here we got the designer jeans, the Ermenegildo Zigna. Honestly, don't know how to pronounce this name, but I know it's a designer brand made in Italy. These were priced at $16.29. I don't know where they come up with these pricings. Like, why is it $16.29? Size 38 waist. These are like a straight leg, I think. Just some minor fraying on the leg openings. I don't think it should be too bad. After the discount, came down to $11.70. And these go for about $30, $35, maybe even $40. On the conservative side, I would say about $30. So nothing too crazy, but probably a nice double up after fees. And then the last item is actually this laptop case. This is by Thule, Sweden. I've actually sold this case before in the past. This was priced at $3.99, and it came down to $2.86 plus tax on this. Sold these consistently for about $20, $25, so definitely something to keep an eye out for. This one's in decent shape. Might just need a quick rub down over here. Magic eraser could probably clean that off. With these, you want to make sure when you're looking at the zippers that these aren't like broken off. These tend to break off pretty easily. But this one looks to be intact, pretty decent shape. Just needs a quick cleaning on that and should be pretty nice. I think this should fit maybe a 14 or 15 inch laptop. Probably a 14 inch, I would say. But yeah, it's just like a harder shell kind of case. People like to use these. Thule's a great brand to look out for. Should be easy $20, $25 on that. And the last couple of items from the Goodwill, managed to squeeze it onto the table here. Paid $24 here for both of these shoes. These are some decent ones. These are Allen Edmonds. These were priced at $11. And these are the McTavish. I don't know if you can see that style name right there, McTavish. Yeah, I kind of showed you guys some comps there. These are in decent shape. I mean, there's definitely some wear on the bottom here, but this is a nice like Oxford here, the type of shoe. It's got a lot of the broguing here, which usually adds to the value, and it's just an overall good looking shoe. I wish these were my size. I might have kept these for myself. Fortunately, these are a size 12, I think. See, yep, 12D. So D is the regular width. Anything lower than a D is going to be more narrow. I tend to avoid those just because they don't sell as well. If you get wide sizes, though, they actually sell even better than regular sizes. So something to keep an eye out for, like an E or double E. But D should be just fine. Paid $11 for these. Probably looking at about maybe $60, $70 on these if I can clean them up pretty nicely. Allen Edmonds, always a great shoe to look out for. And then the other one is these San Antonio Shoe Company shoes. They're like sneakers with the hook and loop or Velcro. These are a great shoe to look out for. I've sold the gray ones before. These are men's size 13, so kind of on the bigger end. But these are in really good shape here. Just a little bit of dirty. A little dirty on the bottom, but the overall shoe itself is pretty nice on the top. I sold the gray one before for like $50, $60, I think. This was like last year. And these are a pair of blue ones. Paid $13 for these, probably looking at about $45 to $50 as well. So overall, pretty good day of thrifting actually. Just went to those two stores, found some pretty decent things, spent just over $70 on everything. I think we might be able to actually make all of our money back on the Allen Edmonds, and then everything else will be pure profit. Yeah, hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. If you guys enjoy thrifting content like this, make sure you guys subscribe, hit the like button if you guys enjoy content like this, and I will see you on the next one. Bye!